Here we go, we're going to start it up. It's the actual key. I prefer if the key has some type of button so I can insert it inside the key fob. But it is what it is. So you can unlock it, obviously, or just use it the old traditional way. This is a 2019 Honda Civic with the 1.5. Pretty much only has 9,300 miles. And I'll give more point of view later throughout the video. But it's time for me to hit the road. Alright guys, I know this is a huge transaction from morning to night, but here we are. Today's the last day. Excuse me for the noise, the motorcycle in the background. But I only had this car for pretty much less than 24 hours. So I just do want to give my point of view on this Honda Civic real quick, 2019. Now, let's just talk about the styling. The front has that new signature grille for Honda, kind of a black front end. I think it looks nice, it suits the vehicle well. Body proportions, I like it as well. These are actually hubcaps, but they look like alloy wheels, but I love the design of them. Next, the side proportions. Some people prefer the hatch version versus like the normal traditional sedan, but I think it suits the vehicle as well. And I do like the new signature taillights as well. It's pretty similar as it is on the Honda Accord I just recently tested. All right, let's take a look at the interior, shall we? Now, I'm not for sure the exact model of this car, but this is kind of the base model because it has manual adjusted seats right here. It has cloth seats as well, but man, these seats are very comfortable. Side support right here, like, almost like a bucket seat, I would say. Me being 6'9", you would think me sitting in a compact sedan would be very uncomfortable, but truth be told, I'm slightly more comfortable in here than the Honda Accord that I tested in the last video. Yes, my right knee is touching this little plastic part, but it's not as bad as the Accord, weirdly. One more thing I want to go over is just this cup holder down here. So that's my normal mug, and it's pretty low, but it's not in the way of a gear lever. I can still change gears pretty good, and this is a pretty tall coffee mug. So this is there pretty good. And you can just remove it and you can slide it back. And I have some trail mix in here as well. So make more room down here. And you can just move this back and forth as well. So there's another little cup holder. I'm pretty sure you can see down there as well. So this car is very practical. One thing I noticed is it doesn't have like auxiliary cord for some reason. Just Bluetooth and USB. If you wanna tilt your steering wheel, for some reason, it's all the way down over yonder, right here. And from the distance of my arm, as you can see, all the way almost to my ankles, it's quite a long ways just to adjust the steering wheel, which I find kind of odd. Next, I'm moving on to the radio, and it's kind of weird about this radio. Old design, very outdated looking, I would say. It is easy to use. It's got radio button, media button, 1, 2, 3 for your channel listings. Very straightforward, honestly, but it just looks very dated for 2019. Next, real quick, I'm going to talk about the air conditioning. It's kind of weird. It's simple, easy to use. I'm not sure if you can hear me over the air conditioner right now. So you have it towards your feet and your face as well. It works pretty well, but I find that this is the only thing I find weird. Everything else works perfectly fine. If you have it on full blast, for some reason, it feels like 40% comes up to the face and the rest, the 60%, comes down to your feet. It's not a huge problem. I just noticed that when I was driving it throughout the whole entire day. That's a little kind of weird about this thing. But even though it's being standard, look at all these options you have as standard. You have your forward collision right here, lane departure, and obviously that's the traction control. But all these two are just standard. Some cars you have to get the a higher trim level just to get those features. So once again, Honda pulls it off for these safety features as standard. So what you do, like you did in the like the salesperson at the Honda dealership, you get this main right here, and then you have your accessories, ACC, and lane keep assist. So you click it, turn on and off, and then you can set your distance. It's like a steering wheel, and then you have your lines right here, and then you have your distance as you want to follow. Radar got a cruise control, and all again, this is all standard on the base model. That's pretty cool for Honda. Last but not least, let's just talk about performance, because I praised the Honda Accord for being so good, so quick, so nimble, and this being a smaller of it, it's still the same story for this one. This has a 1.5, also made to a CVT transmission, and it's kind of the same thing with the Accord. It has this very long throw for automatic, but once you're in drive, I kind of like how it's like dead in the center. So I don't recommend you send your hand on the gear lever, but it gives you that manual type of feel. It is hooked up to a CVT transmission. You could get a 6-speed manual transmission as an option. Yeah, this 1.5 has 172 horsepower. And it is very, very zippy, I would say. So that's just a quick little tour on the interior and the exterior of the car. Me being 6'9", I'm actually comfortable. I did bring my seat cushion just in case, but these seats, I think it's the best thing about this car. These seats are very comfortable and supportive. Now, on the end I like about the Accord is the back part. It felt so thin, but this, if I could get the Honda Accord in these seats, I think I'd be slightly more comfortable and pleased in the car. But these seats are just very comfortable. I like the stitching as well. And then that kind of throws off for me is just the display of this one. But I think it's the smallest price to pay. Honestly, I can't complain about all the cool little features you have on this car as standard. Yeah, that's pretty much just a quick review. I don't really have that much time to hold the camera and drive it because I do have to drop it off. But it's pretty much the same story for the Civic as it is for the Honda Accord. So yeah, go ahead and give it a little test drive. And even though this is a compact versus a mid-sized car, I'll say if you're 6'5", you actually would do pretty well in this. Weirdly, that's really weird, but that's just how it goes. So this is Omar, and this is just my point of view of the Honda Civic 2019. Thank you for watching.